Good morning, DYE. I'm Mrs. Morgan, and today we are going to be reading Chapter 13, page 67, titled Rondi. Rondi had 22 beautiful teeth. Everyone else had 24. Rondi was missing her two front teeth, and those were the most beautiful teeth of all. "Your front teeth are so cute," said Mrs. Jules. "They make you look just adorable." "But Mrs. Jules," said Rondi, "I don't have any front teeth." "I know," said Mrs. Jules. "That's what makes them so cute." Rondi didn't understand. "Oh, Rondi, I just love your two front teeth," said Mauricia. "I wish I had some just like that." "But I don't have them," said Rondi. "That's why I love them so much," said Mauricia. "Oh, this is silly," said Rondi. "Everyone thinks that the teeth I don't have are cute. I'm not wearing a coat. Don't you just all love my coat? And what about my third arm? I don't have one. Isn't it lovely?" "Love your hat, Rondi," said Joy. "I'm not wearing a hat," Rondi screamed. "That's what makes it so interesting," said Joy. "Don't you think so, Leslie?" "Oh, yes," said Leslie. "It's a very nice hat. Nice boots, too." "I'm not wearing any boots," Rondi insisted. "Yes," said Joy. "They're very nice boots. They go so well with your hat." "What hat?" asked Rondi. "Yes," Leslie agreed. "Rondi showed excellent taste by not wearing the hat or the boots. They go so well together." Rondi had had enough. She covered her head so no one could see her hat. She put her feet under her desk so no one could see her boots. Then she closed her mouth tightly so nobody could see her front teeth. Suddenly, everyone who was sitting near her began to laugh. "What's so funny?" asked Todd. "The joke Rondi didn't tell," said Jason. "Ask Rondi not to tell it again, Todd," said Calvin. "Rondi," said Todd, "don't tell it again." Rondi was horrified. She didn't know what to do. She kept her mouth shut and just stared at Todd. To her amazement, Todd laughed. "Hey, everybody," called Todd. "Listen to Rondi's joke." Rondi didn't say a word, but the rest of the class began to laugh. Mrs. Jules got very angry. She wrote Rondi's name on the blackboard under the word discipline. "The class is not the place for jokes," she said. "But Mrs. Jules," said Rondi, "I didn't tell a joke." "Yes, I know," said Mrs. Jules, "but the funniest jokes are the ones that remain untold." Okay, said Rondi. "If that's what you want, then that's what you'll get. I'll really tell a joke. That way I won't disturb the class, and tomorrow I'll wear boots and a hat. Of course, you won't like them as much as the ones I didn't wear today, but I better hurry up and tell my joke before you all start to laugh." There was a monkey sitting in a banana tree. He was very hungry. He knew that somewhere in the tree there was a magic banana, and that once he ate that banana, he wouldn't be hungry anymore. He ate one banana. That wasn't it. He was still hungry. He ate another banana. That wasn't it either. He was still hungry. Finally, after he'd ate his 10th banana, he wasn't hungry anymore. "I knew I'd find it," he said. "It's too bad I didn't eat that one first. I wouldn't have to waste all these other bananas." Nobody laughed. Nobody had even listened to Rondi. Mrs. Jules was busy teaching arithmetic, and everybody else was paying strict attention. Rondi slapped herself in the face to make sure she was really there. She was. The bell rang for recess. Rondi ran outside. She was very upset. Louis, the yard teacher, saw her. "Why the frown, Rondi?" he asked. "Come on, smile. Let me see your cute front teeth." Rondi screamed. She socked Louis in the stomach, then bit his arm with her missing teeth, and that kind of bite hurts the worst.
Hello, it's so good to see all of you. It's me, Mr. Heaton, and I'll be reading us another story from our book today. Of the story, just as a reminder, Sideways Stories from Wayside School. Hate for you to pick up the wrong book by this point. We'll be turning to DJ's story. It's chapter 16 on page 85. You'll know you're on the right page when you see a little boy in the middle, smiling nice and bright. All right, you turn to the page. Pause if you need to. Otherwise, let's get started. DJ skipped up 30 flights of stairs to Miss Jules's room. He was grinning from ear to ear, from nose to chin, from here to there, and back again. "Hey, DJ," Todd shouted. "Glad to see you." Todd was a pushover for smiling faces. Miss Jules heard him. She began to write Todd's name on the board under discipline. But when she saw DJ smile, she put down the chalk. "Good morning, DJ," she said. "What are you so happy about?" DJ grinned and shrugged his shoulders. Miss Jules smiled. Damien looked at the smile on Miss Jules's face, then at Todd's, and finally at DJ's. Then Damien smiled too. His smile was almost as big as DJ's. They were best friends. Once they saw the two of them smiling, the rest of the class couldn't help but smile. Rondi had a very cute one, due to her two missing front teeth. Nobody had an ugly smile. Jason came to school late. He was very upset. But the first thing he saw was Damien's smile. And he felt a little bit better. Then he saw Rondi's toothless grin. And he even began to smile a little himself. But when he saw the piano on DJ's face, he fell laughing onto the floor. Everybody started to laugh. Even Kathy. And she hardly ever laughed, except when somebody hurt themselves. The whole room seemed to be laughing. Not just the people in it. The blackboard chuckled, the ceiling snickered, the desks were jumping up and down, the chairs were slapping one another on the back. The floor was very ticklish. It laughed until the walls turned purple, the waste paper baskets started to sing, and all the pencils stood up and danced. Finally, things began to settle down. Miss Jules wiped out her eyes. "DJ, why don't you tell the class why you're so happy? At least let us know what we are laughing about." But DJ just kept on smiling. "Aw, come on, DJ," said Dee Dee. "Tell us." DJ didn't say a word. He couldn't. His mouth was stretched out of shape. "Let us guess," said Ron. "If we guess right, will you tell us?" DJ nodded his head. His smile began to hurt his ears. Everyone took a guess. "Have you been swimming?" "Is it your birthday?" "Are you in love?" "Did you get a green bell?" Nobody guessed right. At recess, DJ was still smiling. Lewis, the yard teacher, called, "Hey, DJ, come here." They walked to the far corner of the playground, where they were alone. "What's up, DJ?" Lewis asked. DJ just smiled. "Come on, DJ. You can tell me. Why are you so happy?" DJ looked up at him, and he said, "You need a reason to be sad. You don't need a reason to be happy." Isn't that the sweetest thing you've ever heard? That made my heart so happy. I hope you learned a little something from DJ, and I enjoyed reading this really short chapter with you. I can't wait to read the next one with you. You all have a wonderful night, and thank you for listening.